Do you want to know the real story with Sarasota real estate? Not what the news is saying, but what's really happening here. Let me walk you through the latest statistics on the Sarasota real estate market, the trends that have been making a surprising change over the last month, and the opportunities that buyers and sellers currently have. Let's start by looking at the statistics for Sarasota County in August and September of 2025. Here's some key trends that we noticed in August of 2025. In August, Sarasota saw modest growth or stability in single-family closed sales compared to last August. Townhomes and condos in Sarasota actually posted growth in August. So that's actually different than what we were seeing a month ago. And so we'll keep an eye on condos and townhomes. Single-family prices held steady or dipped slightly year over year, and condo prices did soften notably. Inventory has increased year over year, but it actually has started to soften over the past couple months. And when we look at September of 2025, you'll notice a difference there. The condo and townhome market, especially in Sarasota, are edging more towards a buyer's market, while single-family homes remain more balanced. And when we talk about the speed of sale, homes are taking a longer time to sell. So you have to be patient if you put your home on the market. Time to contract has now exceeded 69 days. Now that we've looked at August, let's jump into September numbers. And if you look closely at this chart, you can see the inventory has gone down slightly. This is good for those who are listed or thinking about listing because it's helping prices to continue to stabilize for us. Let's look at new pending listings. When I'm listing a home in this market, I've been looking at the pending sales in that specific neighborhood. When I do this, it gives me a better understanding of which price point homes are going under contract. Understanding this allows me to price the home for the current market conditions instead of looking at what happened last month. Here are the sold listings for Sarasota County in September of 2025. This is obviously something else that I keep my eye on very closely when I have listings. I recently was looking at a specific neighborhood and actually noticed that there was an inventory of 200 active listings month over month, and consistently 25 of those would go closed every single month. So this gives me an idea that the inventory is still high for that neighborhood and it's going to take some time to sell. So that way I can set up the expectation for my seller to let them know approximately how long it's going to take to sell their home. So speaking of inventory, check out this surprising chart. Inventory actually has dropped significantly. This trend will shift the market and prices will continue to level out. Speaking of home value, I love sharing great news and looking at this chart from NAR's Realtor Property Resource of median estimated value. When you zoom in real close, you'll see September, and you can see the prices have gone up slightly. So great news for everyone. So if you look at the chart and you go back some time, in February of 2024, the median estimated value peaked at $498,540,000 for Sarasota. The lowest median estimated value was in August of this year, 2025, at $446,740,000. As of September of 2025, where that little slight increase is, the number that we saw was $447,320. So it's gone up slightly, which means we've reached the bottom of the correction, and hopefully this trend will continue. Last but not least, the market is showing that it is balanced. This means we have about 6 months of inventory, which is a win for both buyers and for sellers. Because when you're in negotiations in a balanced market, it becomes a win-win for everyone. If you watch my updates every month, you know that I also drill down and do a finite look at the neighborhood of Artistry Sarasota. Now, those of you who are neighbors in Artistry Sarasota, let's take a look at what's happening here. So these are the active listings. Over the last few months, we've been carrying a huge inventory of about 20 listings. Last month in August, there were about 11 listings. And now you're seeing 7. Big change, and that just kind of mirrors what I just said for Sarasota County, that the numbers for inventory have gone down. So this is helpful to sellers that are in the market because there's less inventory for buyers to be picky and choosy about. We have 6 pending properties currently. These are the pending. They range from $879,990 up to $1.2 million in our neighborhood. And you can see, like I said before, is price per square foot. If we look at this, we have a range here in our neighborhood currently from $343 per square foot all the way up to $452 per square foot. For that larger square footage, upgrades, and finishes make all the difference with that price per square foot. Here's a quick look at the last 30 days and the sold or closed properties here in Artistry. You can see that we have 7 of them. So we're very, very balanced. If we go back to Sarasota County, we had 7 listings, we had 6 pendings, and we have 7 sold properties in Artistry. So it was very reflective of the county statistics as a whole. Now that we've looked at what's happening, here's what I'm seeing and feeling in October of 2025. We have less inventory on the market. Prices are still adjusting slightly, but remain steady. Condo sales take a little bit more time than single family homes. Interest rates have come down, which have created slightly more buyer activity. And some of the snowbirds are already making their way back and taking a look at what's out there. I'm glad to be able to share more positive news in the market. And now that the market is starting to shift up again, it may be time to make your move. So if you're ready to put your home on the market, or you know someone who would like to live here, reach out to me. I would be honored to market your home or take good care of your family and friends.